You founded a new business, or with your business partner, with Robert. What did you focus on at the start that now you wouldn't do again? There must be things you'd gone, oh, that was pointless. Why don't I bother with that?
Yeah, spent way too much time looking outside the business, seeing what other people done. Weirdly, considering that we wanted to do something different, absolutely obsessed with what other people were doing, despite not doing it or anything else. So we wasted a lot of time doing that. Wasted a lot of time, maybe because I'd worked in a larger organization, implementing strategies and planning and everything else that was just pointless. It just didn't make any sense. And I was very lucky. Nord, the keyboard company we work with, they're just, they keep everything simple. They have very low SKU counts. You have to order at the same time. You have to order in advance. So now I have philosophy. How would Nord do this? And they would do it that way. Right. Let's keep it simple. Let's go. So it was, and I think part of that was panic, new company and all the rest of it. And also just believing that if you can absolutely smash sales, everything else will be all right, which is absolute nonsense. So it was don't overcomplicate, don't overthink it. We're very lucky we already had a product people wanted, right? So we weren't launching something that was unique. I started with a pretty solid guarantee that we were going to be okay, even if it was awful, because I knew what that product was doing in the UK. We managed to grow it. It did go all the right way, but we spent an awful lot of time, an awful lot of hours, a lot of wasted time just trying to implement things that were pointless, trying to do things that were never going to have any impact, and worrying about what other people were doing that didn't even relate to us. There's just I think just dial down the noise, sit down and look at what you really need to do, what you accomplish. And it was just to simplify, thinking that, we had to make this impression, we had to be everywhere, we had to be able to. I looked down, I went, we've got 40 retailers, we've got 12 SKUs. We need to make sure those SKUs go through there and everybody's talking to everybody. Whereas at the time we were worrying about all sorts of nonsense. Yeah. So it's like, keep it simple, focus on what you need to do, get to the next step. Don't worry about 5 years' time. Have an idea of where you want to be in 5 years' time and absolutely visualize that, believe in it, and know you're going to get there. But you ain't going to get there. I know you like me, are a Formula One fan. Yes, you want to win the world championship. You want to do that, you better win the next race. That's the bottom line. You've got to win that next race. You've got to keep your eye on the goal. Everything in between, you're going to have to manage as you go along.
But do you think that's because as you said, you unloaded the product into the warehouse, 192 keyboards, and you sat on the floor and made some phone calls? Because you're in that business, you're doing the selling, you're doing the calling. That you can go tomorrow, we're going to change this and do this, and that's an easy way to do it.
I think you can adapt that going forward. I never get in the way of a sale, never sell rubbish, and get it to the right people who sell it to people who share your thinking and so on. It's just too easy to get bogged down. I could spend hours every day worried about what people are doing with their pricing, what people are doing with their demonstrations, where they're going. But it's like, no, look, let's keep this simple. We know what's coming in. We know who wants it. We know who's going to do the best job with it. And we know ultimately we want those customers who buy it off them to be happy. How do we streamline that? And that's you're talking about big retailers. There's a retailer on the planet that does that brilliantly. They make it easy for people to get to. They don't get in the way. Don't get in the way of yourself. Don't trip people up. And if the shortest way to that is me to call the purchasing department of a retailer somewhere, as much as I may have a sales guy or whatever, then let's do that. Let's keep it that simple.